Brady under center. A give to Burkett. Runs it left for the win. Touchdown, Patriots! And they're bound for Super Bowl 53.
We're going back, baby, and there ain't nothing you can do about it. America's worst nightmare is back. We're going to our 4th Super Bowl in 5 years.
We ain't going nowhere. We ain't going nowhere. We can't be stopped now, cause it's bad boy for life. We ain't going nowhere. We ain't going nowhere. We can't be stopped now, cause it's bad boy for life.
Yes, sir. It's the Malcolm Go podcast of your AFC champion New England Patriots. Stop it, P. Diddy. Relax. Oh, man, it's Tony and Tyler back again. January 23rd, 2019, episode 63 of your home to the AFC champions Malcolm Go podcast. What's going on, Tyler? What a big fucking W.
Wow, that was something else.
Didn't even think, you know what? I didn't think the Chiefs were going to score a point. If it wasn't for that fucking, I gave them the second half. They came back, made a good run. But I literally had at halftime, I was like, the Patriots defense are playing so well. The Chiefs look so shook. I think they're going to shut them out.
At one point, it was 14-0, and the Chiefs had -2 yards.
Yeah.
It was fantastic.
It was dominant performance. The Patriots held the number one offense in the league, they average like 430 yards a game average. And I think they held them to 260 in this game.
Wow.
At home.
The run game was.
And the AFC Championship game in the loudest stadium in the world. What a win. I mean, I knew it in my bones. I was saying it last week. I said I just couldn't help. I can't explain it. I have the same feeling when they played like the Colts in the early 2000s, the AFC Championship game, the divisional games, and like like going on the road against the Steelers. I just had these feelings in my bones that they were just going to pull it out.
You really, there's few times you get to bet Tom Brady as an underdog, and it's the best feeling in the world.
So stupid. And that's what happened this week. The Patriots opened as an underdog, and then everybody took the Patriots. They were like 1.5 points at open, and now they're 2.5 point favorites.
It's insane not to think Brady's going to win.
Yeah. He's in fucking full-on petty mode. His Instagram video, which we started with, of course, is Bad Boys for Life, was one of the greatest videos I've ever seen. Just not saying anything, as cocky as can be. Walking in, that's what I want my quarterback to be like. Yeah. He's been so reserved for so many years, for fucking 18 years, just reserved, laid back. Now he's fucking... Nobody wants to believe in him. Good, fine. I'll fucking rub your nose in it. I'll put your fucking dick in the dirt. You want to see it? Here I am. Big fucking swinging dick over here. I'm the god. I'm the king.
Imagine being dumb enough to be one of those people that was saying, like, oh, we need to keep Jimmy G.
Yeah. There's still people that think that.
No.
They still think that Belichick was forced to trade Jimmy Garoppolo because of Tom Brady.
But even if they think they're not, imagine that, still thinking, I wish we would have traded Brady and kept Garoppolo.
Yeah,
that can't exist.
No, there's probably is. There's people like, well, look, all right, you're getting 2 extra Super Bowls, but people think Jimmy Garoppolo is automatically Tom Brady. Like they automatically think he is 5 Super Bowls or 9 Super Bowl appearance guy.
2 extra Super Bowls. I don't get what that means.
Yeah.
The Jets, when was the last time they've been?
Yeah.
The last time fucking Namath took them in the 50s or 60s or whatever. It's like,
that's it.
This doesesn't happen.
No.
They're not going to happen that
Tom Brady has more Super Bowl appearances than any other team has appearances.
It's just incredible.
He has 9. The Patriots have 11 as a team. The rest of the fucking NFL, the best is like the Cowboys and Steelers with 8. Tom Brady has 9 himself alone.
Oh, that win
This is
really
crazy.
was...
I remember when I was a kid and I was like, the Patriots are in the Super Bowl. It's the greatest thing ever. I was born. I was like, I was like 2 weeks old when they were in the first one in 86. And then they made it in like 96? And I was like, this is unbelievable. I was like, I couldn't believe it only took 10 years to fucking just a kid fired up. They were winning in the game. Then they lost. I was like, fuck it. Never going to get back again. And then, 5 years later, they actually won one. And then it just hasn't fucking stopped. It's just been a parade of going to Super Bowls. It's like not even... Like, people are going to, ask me, my buddy's always like, are you nervous? I'm like, I don't get nervous for this shit anymore. I live for this. Is every year. I live in this type of fucking, this mindset. I'm fucking game planning. This is where I do my best work.
it really does take years off your life. The end of those games, like year after year, you have these nerve-wracking games that are just it kills you.
It is.
It kills you.
People don't want to admit it, but it's hard being a Boston fan.
It's not easy.
You have to deal with playoff run after playoff run after playoff run.
I was on my feet the entire second half of that game.
Shitting yourself. I fucking punched my wall. I did so many crazy shit. I'm not that fan that like punches their TV or something, but they were playing so goddamn good and fucking I can get into I had it written down in my notes on like page 37 of my notes, but I was like I went upstairs. I saw like on the TV upstairs the ball hit Edelman on the punt return, or didn't hit Edelman on the punt return, but it just looked like he dropped it, and the Chiefs recovered and scored a touchdown. Slammed the wall, took a piss, and just wandered downstairs miserable. My brothers, I just hear him in the distance say, he didn't touch it. I said, that doesn't even occur to me that could be that could have happened.
Yeah.
It was like it was literally like a 0.00001% chance that could not have touched him. At his body position, I mean, that's the gravity. It just defied all physics and gravity. It just went over his thumbs and his
weird thing was
bicep.
It was like, from this angle, it was like, all right, well, it definitely hit his thumbs.
Yeah.
And then you see the next angle, it's like, well,
not even close to his
And then it's
thumbs.
like, well, obviously it hit his arm.
Yeah.
And then the next angle is, well, I guess it didn't hit his arm either. Well, kind of his shoulder.
Yeah.
No, like it just kept like not hitting him. It didn't make sense.
No, that was at the time. I was like, this is Tuck Rule-esque importance to this game right now, because the Patriots had the lead and the momentum still, forced a punt, got the ball, and he dropped it, and then I thought the Chiefs were going to take it and just take momentum and never give it back. And then they got the ball back. I mean, then 2 plays later, Brady threw a pick, so it didn't really matter. But, I mean. That
was good. I don't know if you saw on ESPN this week. On Monday, what they were arguing was that, Brady had 3 picks this game. One of them just didn't count.
Yeah, didn't count.
That was it was like
Brady had 1 interception. The other one fucking hit Julian Edelman directly in the hands, and he fucking volleyballed it over to a fucking safety.
Same with the Gronk one, hit him in the hands too.
Right in the hands.
And they were like, but they were arguing. All right, so we had 3 picks, so was it a good game? Let's just count that third one.
Yeah,
we can just count the third one.
Okay, fine.
Since when is that a thing?
Yeah, then whatever. We can get into all the fucking all the whining and moaning of NFL fans everywhere because America's worst nightmare is back. It's realized. That's probably Zolak's best call ever, by the way.
Has to be.
His best call. Fucking, that's exactly how everybody feels. America's worst nightmare. 4 Super Bowls in 5 years. The 9th one for Brady and Belichick. Unbelievable. What a run. Never will be seen again. Everybody, like Kanye West said, sit back, shut your mouth, and enjoy the greatness. Not in those words. I think he used a couple N-words.
Motherfucker.
So, I mean, what were my keys to the win last week? I said win the first quarter. Chiefs were the top scoring and had the best differential in the league. They were like plus 70 or something in the first quarter. Patriots dominated 7-0. Should have been 14-0 if not for that goal line INT. Very un-Brady-esque.
What a bad call.
Yeah.
Run the ball. Like, why? What are you doing?
I don't know. They were trying to work the play action, and they didn't really go back to that afterwards. That little fucking
work it, but not the 1 yard line. Yeah. After you just pounded the ball, you
all the way down the field.
Yeah, just hand it off.
So
2 more times, you'll get in.
I had defend the run and run the ball, check and check. Pats went for 176. Sony shredded them, just literally shitting down Tony Masserati's throat, ball gagging him. Embarrassing. What an embarrassment that was. Fucking 2 weeks into the season after he had like a bum knee, he's telling me he sucked. He blows. He was the worst. What a terrible first round draft pick.
Ugh.
Like if you got him in the 5th round, it would have been fine. But he's fucking elite right now.
Crushing it.
He's like 30 yards away from the playoff rushing record for a rookie.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I like that. Who has it?
Some guy no one's ever heard of. I think it was like Tim Williams or something. Literally could be anybody. Could be John Doe, that name. Kansas City had 41 yards rushing in this game at home.
Yeah. The defense really, the run defense particularly was awesome.
I didn't think that was what I thought was going to be our downfall in this game because I knew Kansas City, I didn't think they were going to be able to throw as well, which they didn't in like the first 2.5 quarters. And then fucking, they kind of opened it up.
Had to be the best game the linebackers played all year.
My next one was win the trenches on both sides of the ball. Brady was never hit in this game.
That
0
helps,
hits.
Actually.
Fucking Kansas City had the number one sacks, the most sacks in the NFL this year, 52 sacks. At home, in that environment, no sacks. They ran the ball at like a six-yard pace or something, the Patriots. And Kansas City couldn't run, while the Pats pressured Mahomes consistently throughout this game. The game plan was killer, right? Held the Chiefs. They were confused for the entire half. They had a big enough lead with the Patriots. Patriots had a big enough lead that they literally couldn't have squandered it. But, they tried to a little bit.
The D-line system was absolutely perfect. Blitz a linebacker or stunt the D-end up the middle. Wait till it comes up the middle. And then at the same time, the D-ends, as soon as they rush up the middle, knew that Mahomes always breaks out to his right. So he would be there, and then they would just know that he's going to cut back around left. They sacked him 3 times on the exact same style, basically. Yeah. It was the same exact move.
Kyle Van Noy's best game as a Patriot. Yeah, he was in Mahomes' face the whole game.
Flowers was fucking awesome again.
Yeah, it's imperative that they re-sign Trey Flowers.
Yeah, he's our best defensive front 7 guy we've had since Richard Seymour.
Yeah, he's so good.
I think he's better than Wilfork was.
I don't know about that. I mean, Wilfork played a completely different style.
Dominant up front, but I really think he's that good.
Like you could never run on Vince Wilfork. And he got sacks at fucking 400 pounds at nose tackle.
He was fast, but Flowers is just, it's such a more difficult position, I think.
Yeah, it is.
And he does it perfectly.
Sorry, I keep yawning. I don't know why. Been up for 24 hours straight just reading stories about the Patriots' dominance and how everybody hates them. They played John Jones on Tyreek Hill, which I thought was crazy at first, and then they had just McCourty over the top. Fucking one catch for 40 yards, and it wasn't even John Jones on him. It was Keon Crossan.
Who is that guy?
He's that 7th-round draft pick corner that runs like 4.28 or something.
Oh, shit. I never even heard of him. Number 35, is he?
Yeah, 35. He's a really good special teamer.
Never seen him play. Just hops on the field and just, all right, AFC Championship game. You're going to cover their best receiver.
Yeah, John Jones had a fucking great game with him.
Yeah.
They literally, if he went out with an injury, if it wasn't for him going out with an injury, Tyreek Hill might have had 0 catches in this game.
Who went out with injury?
John Jones went out with an injury for a couple plays, and that's when Hill had this big catch. I love the game plan versus Kelsey. They knew that Kelsey was not going to block. They just know it. Kelsey's a pussy. He's not going to block. So they just put a cornerback on him all game.
I didn't even factor that in, that it didn't even matter that he's not going to weigh one block.
Yeah, he doesn't block, so they treat it. Nobody's ever done it. They treated him like a wide receiver, put a cornerback on him.
Yeah, it worked
basically
perfectly.
Dominated him all game.
We had 3 catches.
3 catches, 20 yards, but he got that one touchdown. But
I think that probably went for 20.
Yeah, no, it wasn't even. It was like 11
15?
or something.
Oh, really? Yeah.
So
I talk about, he was like a lot of kind of almost pushing off, like
kind of
calls. I think Gronk would get flagged on
25 times. I don't know if Gronk gets those calls now, but he used to get them constantly.
Every time.
I mean, now they're like kind of letting him play a little bit because he's lumbering and he's like bobbling out of breaks and shit. But I mean, yeah, Kelsey was pushing off on J.C. Jackson. The one pass interference in the end zone they called on J.C. Jackson. Fucking Kelsey was manhandling him down the field, pushing him around, and then J.C. Jackson got to him. Mahomes threw a short pass, missed him by like 3 yards, and they called the pass interference because fucking Kelsey couldn't come back for the ball. Garbage call. It was basically they were given a gift because Mahomes threw a bad ball. It's the Flacco special, basically.
It is the Flacco. That is really one of his best throws ever. Yeah, just throw it up a little short and let the receiver run into the guy.
They've been doing it forever.
I think that's
why he won Super Bowl.
What they tried to do with Dorsett at the end of the half.
Yeah.
Throw it up, let him get hit.
Which they didn't call a pass interference on, even though he was fucking hugging him.
That was crazy, yeah.
I mean, but the Patriots get all the calls. He was on his helmet and both shoulders with his arms wrapped around him. The ball happened to hit him like right above the dick, and he caught it and scored a touchdown. Hill and Kelsey all season have not been held under 100 yards in this game. Care to guess how much the Patriots held them?
Combined?
Yeah.
We kind of covered it, so I'm going to ballpark 67.
65 yards in this game. They only team that kept them under 100, and they kept them 40 yards under 100, or 35 anyway. Wow. They made them beat them with Damian. They basically tried to have the Chiefs beat them with Damian Williams and Sammy Watkins.
And Gilmore was covering Watkins. So that almost crosses him off the field.
Yeah. And tell me, I don't want to get into L.A. until next week, but tell me you're not I mean, that performance on the road against those weapons, you cannot not feel good about playing the Rams offense.
Yeah, even I was trying
The
to
Rams, where are the Rams better than the Chiefs on offense? Running back, and that's it.
receiver.
Where?
For sure, receiver.
You think they're better at receiver?
I think Cooks is a better receiver than Tyreek Hill.
I don't think so.
And I think Woods is better than Sammy Watkins, yes. Both of them.
Maybe Woods is better than Sammy Watkins, but I don't think Hill. I mean, maybe he's
Cooks is better because he's like Edelman. I think is better than Tyreek Hill because Edelman's going to give you a guaranteed. A bad game from Edelman is 7 catches, so you know he's going to be involved in the offense.
Yeah.
Tyreek Hill can go for 1 catch for 46 or whatever he had. Like that can happen to him. Probably happened to him 4 times this year.
I don't think
We
so.
had 2 or 3 catches.
Yeah.
He's not really like a volume guy. He's like a big play guy, and he can hit you, and he did. But
Yeah, that's what Cooks is, though, too.
Cooks catches balls.
Yeah.
He catches more than Tyreek Hill yet. But I think he can actually run routes. Tyreek Hill just goes deep.
Yeah.
I've never seen him catch an out route.
No, he just runs deep.
Yeah, that's all. That's his only move is like run across the field as fast as you can. Like Cooks is an actual receiver that I think you're gonna have to like have Gilmore on or something.
Maybe he'll gift us like he fucking did last year and just have a complete mental
would be-
breakdown in
yeah.
the fucking Super Bowl. Run and try and jump over a guy, fucking stink at that, and then get concussed.
Have Hightower just lay him out,
Yeah.
cutting back into the middle of it. Yeah, that
Never,
would help.
the guy's fucking 5'7", never got hurt all season. Waits to the Super Bowl, gets knocked out cold.
Annihilated.
Makes the worst football decision I've ever seen. You run a fucking 4.0 40, and he's got 20 yards to the right of him, but decides to jump a guy.
Yeah, that was bad. That was almost as bad as Booby trying to get back on the field with a busted
Booby
knee.
Miles.
It just
Damn
wasn't
Booby.
going to happen.
I mean, ton was made in this game about lucky breaks, if you want to call it that. I don't. But in most cases, the Patriots were just playing smart football and just outsmarted the Chiefs in this. You know, they've been there before. They knew how to act. They just played their game. I mean, there was a ton of reviewed calls. We talked about the Julian Edelman punt return. I mean, if that's not a good omen, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, that bodes great for our Super Bowl run, I think.
I do like it, yeah.
I mean, that's right on par with Tuck rule to me. I mean, not that it didn't really matter in the end, but the fact that it didn't touch him there and the momentum didn't get seized at that
And
moment.
it was wild, like the way it happened. It was like, it really was crazy.
Yeah.
Same with the Rams kind of got away with their luck. I mean,
Kind of.
That
That was the
was
all-time most atrocious blown call in history. The Saints should be in the Super Bowl right now.
yeah, that is real bad. And also, anyone who thinks like they're like, Sean Payton should have ran the ball on first down. It would have gave him 38 seconds or 30 seconds to get. That's all Mahomes had. He moved the ball downfield quite easily.
Yeah.
So I don't think it running the ball to start that drive for them would have changed anything for the Saints. They just got fucked on the worst call ever.
Yeah, that's it. They would have had the ball at the 10 with fucking whatever it was, like 40 seconds to go, run the ball down, run the clock down, kick a field goal, and go to the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
They got fucked. So, I mean, they had the Hogan elbow catch. First of all, great catch. Kept them in the game, moving the chains in third down. That was reviewed. I mean, that was crazy that was caught. It didn't even move slightly when it was stuck in his elbow grips.
Yeah, that was.
The Patriots in this game were 13 for 19 on third down in the game. That's the highest in like 50 years in the playoff.
How many plays did they run?
94.
That's fucking.
And that's like Super Bowl 51 level. So the Patriots, they were 13 for 19 on third down. They had exactly one penalty gave them a first down. Everyone wants to talk about penalties. Exactly one penalty the Chiefs gave them a first down was that roughing the passer call, which was a bad. It looks like a shitty call, but it was ruled correctly. You can't hit the helmet of the quarterback as you're pass rushing. It's a rule, especially you can't do it with your batted arm.
Yeah, and it was
Sugar Bear Hamilton in 1974 got called for that against the L.A. Raiders. Should have sent the Patriots to the Super Bowl, but it was bullshit, and they fucking didn't get to go. So they would have won the Super Bowl in the 70s too. But we got fucked out of that one. So maybe it was
never heard of Sugar Ray.
No, Sugar. Yeah, your dad would know who he was. Sugar Bear Hamilton.
Sugar Bear.
He'll say, "What about Sugar Bear Hamilton?" He said, the roughing the passer call, fucking bullshit. That's why everyone was pumped about the Tuck rule because it happened against the Raiders.
A lot of sugar getting thrown around as a first name. That must have been like a Sugar Ray, Sugar Bear.
Yeah.
He's got like they must have been like they would have got Me Too'd the shit out of them. If you're Sugar,
Yeah,
that means you're
100%.
grabbing girls' asses. Get over here. Oh, that's just Sugar
Constantly.
Bear. Oh, don't worry about him. He'll grab your titties. Sugar
Doing
Bear.
coke off
Yeah.
their tits, yeah, constantly.
Me Too'd out of their minds right now.
Yeah,
If that happened now.
Every sugar guy is automatically on a fucking some list in the police office.
Yeah. Because back in the 70s, if you were Sugar, you could for sure,
You
spank
definitely
a waitress.
always had cocaine.
100%.
Yeah.
You never use more than 3 buttons.
Yeah.
I couldn't imagine any of them.
All chest hair out.
Yeah, flowing.
Tight pants. I love the truthers all over the online, everything online, saying that D Ford wasn't offsides when he was basically lined up in the Patriots backfield. He could have taken the handoff if the Patriots wanted to. He was so offsides that he could have taken the snap under center.
And they don't really call that. Like, if you watch the game, wide receivers are never on the line of scrimmage. They're always covering each other up. Like, they're never. So when they actually call it, it's pretty bad.
Dude, they showed
Or
it
it's
from
been
every
happening a
angle.
ton.
He was so offsides.
Yeah.
How
Or-
do you fuck that up?
Yeah. That was,
I mean, the guy was so far behind, and then he still couldn't get to the quarterback. Trent Brown was dominant in this game. I'm starting to think
shit.
that Trent Brown might have to be re-signed.
they were saying that, like, they were like, oh, they asked Brady, how do you feel about using an offensive line that doesn't have many stars on it?
Yeah,
And it's like, well, at what point are they stars?
yeah,
At what point when you don't touch the quarterback at all in a conference championship game,
yeah.
are these guys actually just really good
And
players?
run 175 yards on the road
Yeah.
against a good defense. They only give up 17 points at home. The Patriots put up fucking 37 on them and ran for almost 200 yards and threw
crazy.
for 400 yards.
Wow. That was pretty dominant.
They got the
performance.
defensive coordinator fired the day after the game. They fired him because of that.
It's Tom Brady.
Yeah, Tom Brady's gotten a
Like,
lot
that
of
would
coaches
be my
fired.
argument. Like, if you let up like 600 yards to Brady, I'd be like, dude, what do you want me to do?
Yeah.
Has anyone else done better? Like, why don't we relax a little bit? We'll go back to the drawing board.
Which is bringing me to I can't wait to play Wade Phillips next week because you know that Brady's still seething about that fucking 2015 AFC Championship game we should have won. That was the
shit.
only time that his defense ever like beat Tom Brady for real. It's the only time.
yeah.
He's the fucking head coach of the Bills, head coach of the Cowboys. Brady shredded him for years. Fucking he had one great defense in Denver and beat
And that
him.
defense was fucking
Stacked.
legit.
TJ Ward, Keeb Talib, Chris Harris, Von Miller, DeMarcus Ware. Fucking stacked left and right.
Yeah. Talib.
Yeah, Talib. I mean,
Talib,
the
who's
whole
back.
D-line could pass rush. Plus, they didn't have a fucking offensive line coach that knew what he was doing. Whatever. I don't want to get into that game anymore. Anyway. And then people are trying to, they're talking about the overtime rules. Like the Patriots win the coin toss, drive down the field, and score a touchdown. Now everybody wants to change the overtime rules.
I didn't understand that at all. Why are you going to change? Why I didn't? 2 games.
Yeah.
One it worked. One it didn't.
Exactly. Nobody would have complained if the fucking Chiefs got the ball and ran it down our throats and scored a touchdown.
No,
Nobody would have complained.
not one.
It's nobody's making a big deal. Exactly like you said. Nobody's making a big deal about the fact that the Saints won the toss, threw an interception, and lost the game. Nobody's making a
doesn't
big
get
deal.
brought up.
The rules only matter when the Patriots play by them and dominate. They have to change the rules, same as the defensive holding rules in 2004. Jumping the line on a field goal like Shea McClellan, Jamie Collins used to do. That only got changed once they started doing it. When Cam Chancellor did it, it was all in good fun. Everybody was enjoying football when the Seahawks were doing it. But the Patriots started doing it. Can't do that anymore. The ineligible receivers from the Baltimore Ravens game. And now they want to change the offensive, the OT rules.
And then we deflate a couple of footballs. People get mad about that. Like, would you guys just relax?
Everybody
about
get
this
over
shit?
it. Belichick and Brady, they've been better since that fucking game. He keeps getting better. He's won 2 Super Bowls since that fucking game. And he's going to a 3rd one. A 4th one, actually.
This is fun.
He's going to his 4th Super Bowl since Deflategate. Imagine that.
Yeah, but back to the overtime rules. Is it because there's not many quarterbacks that when you just give them the ball in overtime with a chance to win it, the game's over?
No.
Brady's just happens to be like one that's you just know the game's over.
He's the only one. Maybe I would pick Aaron Rodgers in that moment, maybe.
I don't not right now.
And Russell Wilson, probably.
Russell Wilson, I would probably
I think Mahomes would have done it too, probably.
Yeah, he felt like he was just, they were so on.
Yeah.
But I didn't really feel like they were moving the ball ever. They had a ball, they had a big flag, they had
every fucking good drive they had, I mean, was basically aided by a terrible penalty.
I don't remember a long drive they had where they
never started
first down from the 20. Like
no. And did the Patriots punt in this game? Because I don't think they punted at all.
I can't remember.
Yeah, because I don't think they did. Listen, the Patriots had, I think, 4 third downs on the drive in overtime and 3 3rd and 10s. 3 third and 10s.
Nuts.
They converted all of them. 20 yards to Edelman, 15 yards to Edelman, 11 yards to Gronk. Then they ran it right up their fucking face, right up the middle, on the road to win. How can you complain about the greatness Brady was doing? He was sticking the ball in impossible windows against an NFL D on the fucking road in the loudest stadium and the most intense pressure there is in the AFC Championship game. And oh, by the way, with a fucking laser pointer in his face the whole fucking game.
Yeah, what was that?
Well, now they're fucking reviewing, the NFL's reviewing it, but all these cameras caught like a green beam in Brady's face the entire like fourth quarter, fucking trying to play the game, whatever. He's trying to like.
You think it was coming out of like Brady's forehead or something?
No, he's laser focused.
Yeah.
But like, let's face it, nothing's gonna come of it. But the Patriots were forced to find the guy that splashed a beer in the general direction of Tyreek Hill and ban him for life, and literally had to charge him with a crime because he threw beer or splashed beer near Tyreek Hill 10 weeks ago. If they don't find this guy, literally, if you do that to an airline pilot, you go to prison.
Yeah, it's a felony.
It's a felony if you did that to a pilot. So you want to do it to the greatest athlete of all time? And, well, I bet you there's a couple gamblers that would fucking break your fucking femurs if they ever saw that happening.
Or maybe that's what it was. Maybe it was Vegas.
Could have been.
Sent guys are like, dude, Brady is fucking killing us. Everyone bet the Pats. Get fucking lasers in this guy's eyes.
Did they bet the
Do
Pats,
something.
though? I don't know if they did.
I have no clue.
Patriots were 3-point dogs in that game. I don't know if they bet them. And people forget this, and I've brought it up on Twitter. Brady won this game fucking 3 times. He had 3 game-winning drives in this game.
Yeah.
That's how cold-blooded this guy is.
Yeah.
People have to, like I said, sit back, shut your mouths, enjoy the greatness. This is not happening again. You're talking about on the road, AFC Championship game. He scored a touchdown with 3 minutes left, right up in the Chiefs' face, go up by, 3. Chiefs come right back, score. Brady down by 4, drives down the field, scores again with like 30 seconds left. Patriots make a bad call, squib the ball or whatever. Chiefs make one pass, and the kid makes a clutch kick, goes to overtime. Brady has to come back again, win the game again. For 3 times, he had to win the game with less than 3 minutes to go in the game. He had to win the game 3 times.
Yeah, that is nuts, actually.
Then Brady, whenever, I mean, if that's not greatness, I don't know what is. How can anybody argue he's not the greatest football player of all time? Or he's the greatest football mind of all time?
It's just player in any sport ever. It's just he's too good. He really is. And the other thing is he makes everyone around him feel like they're as good as he is.
Yeah.
So you're playing defense, and you see what happened when they did the coin toss? Slater won. He had like a conniption.
Yeah.
Because he's like, the game's over.
Yeah.
You're giving him the ball to Brady.
Defense,
it's just over.
The defense is untying their cleats. They're just ready to celebrate.
They just know he's too good.
Yeah. I mean, there's a reason there's no roof at Gillette Stadium. It's so God can watch his favorite team.
I like that.
It's old school. Dallas Cowboys joke.
There's a homeless guy that stands outside the bar and just kind of yells shit, and he's a little guy, but he's really funny. And as we're opening Sunday morning, he just walks by. I'm working. He's like, hey, do the Chiefs know God? We're like, what are you talking about? He's like, do the Chiefs know God? We're like, why? He's like, because that's the only fucking person who could stop Tom Brady. I was like, this guy's good.
At least the homeless get it.
Yeah.
I'd rather hang out with them than anybody on sports radio.
Seriously.
I love seeing all the haters and losers, of which there are many, sticking their tail between their legs and admitting Brady's the greatest ever. Even after the people that aren't admitting it are being like openly mocked, like Max Kellerman, like Shannon Sharp was like, I'm never gonna say it again. It's so stupid. Like I have to admit it at this point. The only people that don't do it is like Sports Talk Joe on fucking Twitter, Barry McConaughey. You ever seen this guy? He's like the biggest. He's like just a troll. He doesn't have like a real picture or anything, but he just trolls Tom Brady all day. Every single tweet he has is about how Tom Brady's a system quarterback and all that shit.
Funny.
That's literally all he does. I think it's Barry McConaughey. His avatar makes me laugh. It's the face of like an infomercial for like a drug rehab that came on. And it's like a guy that's like clearly a drug addict, but he's pretending to be a doctor and just looks like a big scumbag. And I love that he took that and made it his avatar 'cause it's pretty funny. But yeah, he literally, that's all he does all day is just talk shit about Tom Brady. People fall for it. I can't even get into it, but I did fall for it at first. Like, is this guy a real person? Then I realized that's all he does all day with his life. Tweets at fucking
It's actually not
ESPN.
bad.
Tom Brady is a system quarterback. Whatever. So I just can't get over any of the whining and crying over the officiating. I mean, everybody always looking for a scapegoat why Tom Brady beat him. People refuse to accept the greatness. They just tell me why Philip Dorsett doesn't get a pass interference call in the end zone, even though he's caught it. I mean, why does that not get called? He's literally being draped on him.
That was bad.
Yeah.
That was.
Why does Dorsett? And then, like a little bit later in the game, Dorsett gets called for a pick route where he makes a pick at like at 1.5 yards. Okay, maybe it's illegal. The Patriots get like nothing on it, but then the Chiefs run almost a play to the left side where Conley picks a Patriot. You know, you're supposed to, when you're running a pick play, you're supposed to either block within 1 yard or you're supposed to pretend you're running a route and then like accidentally bump into a guy.
Or just stop and just stand there.
This guy fucking ran 6 yards, blocked J.C. Jackson completely, and they scored, and the Chiefs scored the go-ahead touchdown on it, it was egregious.
Brutal.
Yeah.
That was a real bad
I
one.
saw it as soon as it happened. I was like, pick route, that's a penalty. It should have been 2nd and 20 at the 50. Instead, they got the ball, I think, the 2 or something like that.
That was after that play, we had to hog tie my dad to the tree outside. Just because otherwise, he was just losing it. And you see what Belichick did? He runs up with a tablet and he's showing the ref the play on the tablet and then just fucking watches it off the side of the stadium.
Dude, everybody in the world saw it. I mean, everybody on Twitter was blowing up.
That was bad.
Horrible call. Non-call. I mean, if they lost on that, I would have fucking lost my mind. I mean, they were holding Gronk down the line the whole fucking game.
There was some they like just grabbed him by his elbow pad.
Yeah.
They're just holding on to like one of the braces on his elbow and just
Eric
ripping
Berry,
him down.
good player in his own right, was literally riding him down the right sideline in one play.
Yeah.
The one Brady overthrew him by like 3 yards. Nothing. No call.
At one point, you got thrown to the ground, too.
Yeah.
There was not... I mean, good... You have to figure for the defense, like, why not? They're never going to give Gronk a pass interference. Play him as hard as you want.
Yeah. I don't care about officiating. Whining about the refs is what losers do. You know what I mean? But if the only situation is if I lost a game like the Saints lost a game, I would have been on the field. I would have been on the field.
Yeah.
Talking to the referees.
I mean, I'm for sure going to whine about the refs after every game still, but it is what losers do. So
it is.
We're above it.
Yeah.
But we're going to do it just because...
Well, you have to. The problem is you have to fight fire with fire. So they're coming from you for all angles. The Patriots and the refs are in the same boat. Everybody loves the Patriots. The refs just want the Patriots to win. The NFL wants the Patriots to win. How can the NFL want the Patriots to win?
They have to be losing money every time the Pats
They've been
win.
putting They've been trying to fucking fine and suspend the best players and coaches for decades, trying to stop them. All they want is different teams in the Super Bowl every year. Why do you think they expand? Do you think they just want the same fucking team in the Super Bowl every year?
They make so much money when another team makes this.
Yeah.
Stadiums get built. If you're San Francisco, one of the worst stadiums ever in Santa Clara got built because they made it to the Super Bowl. That's all
Tell me
matters.
they'd rather sell AFC championships T-shirts in Foxborough where nobody buys them. Or would they rather fucking sell them in Cleveland,
I can't
where
imagine.
everybody would buy a fucking AFC championship shirt? I haven't owned an AFC championship title thing since 2001, maybe 96. I think I fucking gave up on it in 96 when my dad bought me an AFC title hat, and I said, oh, this is cool, and then they lost.
The divisional stuff, like people buy that shit.
People cheer for winning a division.
Yeah.
That's not how I do things. I'm like, it's exactly like the Stanley Cup. I don't touch the trophy until it's the trophy.
Yeah.
Don't bring the fucking the Wales Conference trophy to me. I don't want it.
Yeah. Do you realize how many, seriously, if like Cleveland made it to even if they just made the AFC Championship game, how many more people, everyone would watch that game? No one's watching the Patriots
The fucking
anymore.
Chiefs fans, I watched like 100 videos. They were so pumped up that they've never had an AFC Championship game in their stadium.
That was adorable.
They won their first home playoff game in like 30 years. They were all fired up. They're like, fuck it, we did something great this year. We won a playoff game at home. I was like, that doesn't mean anything.
It really is adorable for them. Like, yeah, it was a cute year for Kansas City.
Yeah.
Yeah, you tried your best.
Whatever. Who knows what happens to Mahomes? Maybe he's like a fucking Cam Newton and he falls off after 1 year, but nobody knows once people catch up to him.
Or, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I was so happy that he's just so smug. And you didn't have to watch that. The first half, he didn't look happy at all.
I don't
Like,
mind
he was
him.
miserable.
Maybe the Patriots should trade for him, make him the backup for a couple of years.
That'd be fun.
You think the Chiefs would do that?
Yeah, put him on the bench. You're going to pay him $400 million next year.
Yeah, he's literally going to get $200 million in like 2 years.
It's insane.
So I mean, the same like I was just talking about, like the ifs and the buts, and if the Patriots, if the fucking D Ford isn't offsides, the Chiefs are in the Super Bowl. Well, that may be true. This game shouldn't even have been close. I counted like 10 instances where the Patriots should have blown them out. Think about it. Brady, with the very un-Brady fashion, he hasn't thrown an interception in the playoffs in 280 attempts or something. Throws a goal line interception.
That was bad.
Cost them at least 3 points.
That's McDaniels just getting cute at the goal line.
Yeah.
Just run the ball. No one gives a fuck about your fancy plays or whatever. Just hand the ball off. We don't have to say after every play, McDaniels is a genius for this one. No, just hand it off. It's simple.
Yeah. I mean, that's at least 3 points. So right there, you're looking, it would have been 17-0 at halftime because the Patriots went right down the field and scored again. So it would have been 17-0. Right before halftime, Mahomes got sacked by Van Noy, fumbled.
Oh, that was so lucky.
Dude, he landed. There was no Chief within 15 yards of that. There was 30 Patriots. Mahomes fucking fell, and the ball just snuggled into his stomach. How many times does that happen? Never.
That was
1 out of 10
real
times.
lucky.
1 out of 10 times that happens to a quarterback,
Yeah.
that they can jump on the ball and it stays with
Jesus
them.
Christ. That would have been
It would have been 24-0 Patriots going to halftime if those two things don't happen. How about this? Patriots stop on 4th and 1. Right up the middle, they run to Rex.
That was another bad play call.
Bad call.
How do you not have fucking Devlin on the field
It's
at the end?
Brady sneak, and I watched the play again, and Matt Chatham said the same thing. If Rex Burkhead broke that outside, he was going untouched for 40 yards. Everybody was in the middle. He would have gone untouched for 40 yards to the outside. So right there, another miss. And again, on the go-ahead touchdown late in the game, that Conley pick route. This should have been a 10-point win, basically.
What do you?
It wouldn't even have been close.
Do you think? So obviously, there's a few different times Brady should have QB, snuck for the first down easy.
Yeah, I don't know if they're
Anything
protecting his
truth-
knee or
yeah.
something.
Do you think there's any truth to saying that
Not
his
anymore.
knee is a problem?
He's been playing better than he's ever been playing all year.
Yeah, but do you think he's still like, well, maybe I shouldn't QB sneak it, or maybe they're saying like, let's not QB sneak it, let's not fuck his knee up anymore than we
Maybe.
need to.
I don't know
'cause
why they've been
otherwise they're
handing it
not
off.
doing it.
But the last thing you want is, maybe the trick was, I don't know, maybe it was to have Rex Burkhead out there. Maybe that's the call to like make them think maybe they're going to pass it. But I mean, it's got to be, if you're going to actually run it, it's got to be Sony Michel.
Well, here's the thing, which I'm okay with. Sony got the ball maybe 24 times in the first half alone.
Yeah, he ran a lot.
So that's why at the end of the game, Burkhead was in the game because he had 29 carries.
Yeah.
How many carries do you want to get? You can't just keep feeding this guy.
He's
He's not even that
shredding
big.
them.
Yeah. So at some point, it's like
Rex had
get
some good
Burkhead,
runs out, too.
and he played well at the end of
Yeah.
the game.
Rex had a great game.
Oh, the overtime,
Yeah.
every running, he was fantastic.
We need that Rex. We need that Rex.
Yeah.
For the next
The
week.
other thing is the draw right now.
Yeah.
Well, it's ridiculous.
They're opening it up like crazy. They're like fucking 11-yard draws.
It's
they were
nuts.
running draws on 3rd and 1, and fucking James White sitting there behind the blocks, and the offensive line just moving people out of the way.
They have these defenses with these small linebackers.
Yeah.
It really, it's cute. and
Patriots are
everything,
staying old school and
but
just pounding it.
It's working better than
I know.
Just whatever the trend is, go the opposite, and it seems like that's what they do every time.
Well, the Patriots really haven't changed anything. Like, they're just going back to, like, early 2000 Patriots football. Like, play defense, run the ball, control the ball,
Yeah.
throw it to the open guy, and win. That's all it is. Like, you don't have to win by 35. Just fucking win by 1. Doesn't matter.
Well, because these teams, you can't stop them.
Yeah.
Because
But
you can
the rules prohibit it.
Yeah, you can
basically.
stop the old school teams where you throw it 48 times and then all of a sudden you can't throw and now you can't move the ball at all. But if they can run the ball, Brady's always going to be able to throw. So it's just they're never not going to score 30 in these games anymore.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
What did I do? Did I skip something? possibly skipped something. Had notes. Whatever. The Pats, like we said, they held this team that averaged 425 yards per game to 270 at home. Chiefs had one loss this year at home. Pats were 3-5 on the road.
That is nice. That it was like, all right, but they're going back to the road. Let's see what happens. This team it's weird, but it's like they just snapped out of it.
I know. It's like ever since like whatever they played the Bills, week 16, they just turned it on to start it. Like their defense is carrying over week to week, just got hot. The offense is playing better than it did all year. The defense is playing way better than it did all year. I mean, they had stretches where they played like the Vikings and the Packers really strong and like dominated those
Steelers,
games.
they even played them.
They played
very
pretty
well.
good. Yeah.
Held them to 17, right?
Yeah, something like that. And then the Patriots lost the turnover battle in this game 2-0.
That's weird. Yeah.
They barely ever win a game when they lose a turnover battle.
There was a bunch of times too. Like Harmon had a chance for his end of the game pick.
Yeah.
He dropped it. Like he always has that pick opportunity.
Yeah.
He's so good at that. It's weird. And and they just never really fumbled, which was
No.
Patriots are great at punching the ball too.
Yeah. I mean, let's face it, Patrick Mahomes is legit. Andy Reid is legit. If this team gets a defense, I mean, they can kill it under Mahomes, like especially on his rookie deal. Like they're gonna be like the Seahawks a couple years ago, but I mean not like exactly like the Seahawks. They need to get like a good defense because they're gonna be like the Chiefs, or not the Chiefs, like the Colts were in like the 2000s. He's got to get like a defense that's good. He gets even a little above average defense. They could run the table if they wanted to.
Yeah, something must be weird with Marcus Peters.
He's a piece of shit. It would be one thing.
Is that it? Like,
yeah.
What's wrong with him? Because why would they trade him? He was there, like he led the league in picks the last 2 years.
Yeah. Have you ever heard him talk or interviewed ever in your life?
I've heard him be kind of a weird fucking asshole, kind of.
He's a dick. Yeah, he got thrown out of college. He's not a good guy.
For what?
I don't know. He did something. He was a dick at Washington, and they threw him out of college.
That was it. They're just like fucking peace. And
yeah, he still got drafted. I think he had to sit out a year, and he got drafted. He's obviously a good player, but
yeah, he's obviously really talented. And Talib's like the same way. Both.
Yeah, Talib's kind of the same way. Talib's older now and a bit more mature.
Yeah,
but I'm sure that Talib isn't the guy you want mentoring him.
And this is very rumor that he is the contact to buy guns for in the NFL.
Who, Keith Talib?
Yeah. So if like you want a gun, he can set you up. That's what I heard. That he could like set you up with a guy. Like he's the guy to get.
He's not very good at hiding it. He shot himself. Remember?
Did he?
Yeah, at a strip club. Remember?
I don't remember any of this.
Yeah, he shot himself in the leg.
In Tampa.
No, it was in Dallas, I think.
But when he played for Tampa?
No, when he played with Denver. Shot
Recently,
himself.
he shot himself?
Yeah, like I don't know, like 3-4 years ago, something like that.
I didn't know any of
It
this.
was after he left the Patriots. He shot himself in the leg.
All right, so
I think somebody was shooting up a strip club and he shot himself in the leg.
Oh Jesus!
A little Plaxico Burress, which is funny. Like Plaxico Burress went to jail for 1 year for like almost the exact same thing, but then Talib just shot himself, and they're like, "You're an idiot."
Just
because it was in Texas.
Yeah,
that's
in
Texas.
Texas.
Just like, why would you shoot yourself, dummy?
Go
to gun safety class, sir.
What are you fucking so kind?
Gronkowski. How good does he look right now? He's like, is he saving everything he has for this playoff run right now, or is he fucking back?
Well, it was the fact that all year they were doubling him.
Yeah.
And then they're like, all right, fuck it, we're not going to double him. And Brady's like, okay.
Well, they had Eric Berry on him. Was like the guy that stopped Gronk in the past. Like, I get it. Eric Berry's like just coming off IR. This is his first game back. He looked fine.
Yeah.
I mean, he played pretty good, but Gronk was making Gronk-like plays, running fades and jumping, mossing people. I mean,
still have to double him. He's just that. It's what it is. What it is. Like you can't not double him.
I mean, he was making those third down fucking catches in traffic.
Also, you have to figure it doesn't hurt to double him because they run at him a lot.
Yeah.
So you can have an extra guy there to stop the run and to cover him. It just kind of works out.
Yeah, that makes sense. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, the last two games have been his best 2 games all year. I mean, he dominated in the run game against the Chargers. Probably his best receiving game. Like, he looked the most like Gronk since week 1 of the season.
It was funny, too. Like, how awesome was everyone getting excited?
Yeah, they loved
it. They really did love it. They were just like, so it was like,
he's back.
Yeah, it's like he's like a little kid, and they're all like wicked excited. It's kind of funny to be that old and still get excited like that.
Yeah, I know. And
I guess they're not old. They just feel they're my age, but they feel so much older than
Gronk's 29. He's fucking young guy. he's not decrepit. Like, he's not dying. His body isn't falling apart. He can still do it. Like, I'm starting to think he's got a couple more years left in him. And maybe he really was just hurt all year.
Well, also, if Brady does, he's going to stick around. They're playing together until they're done, I think.
I don't think so. I don't know if Gronk can make it.
Well, it depends how hurt he gets, but he looks fine.
He looks good now, yeah. And the Patriots had 0 people on their injury report this week.
That is the best thing.
How is that even possible? The Patriots are notorious for having like 30 people on their injury report at like week 11.
Every NFL team is. How can you not be banged up? But they have no one like currently. Like
no injuries on the injury report today. But the Rams only had 2 guys too, so who knows? What was up with fucking Todd Gurley last week?
He has a bum knee.
Does he? But he wasn't on the injury report.
Yeah. Well, Brady wasn't on it all year, right?
That's true, I guess.
I think it's just like banged up, and he got hurt. He came back. He wasn't going to come back, and then he got hurt again. And that's why they're signing this Anderson guy's getting all the carries.
CJ Anderson, I mean, he's old school. I mean, the Patriots have played him before a million times.
Yeah.
I think they only played Gurley once, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I'm excited. That'll be next week's talk.
Yeah, I'm not even. It hasn't even like started.
I'm still in the AFC Championship glory right now. I can't think about going on to the Super Bowl yet. Even though I feel fucking good about it. I feel good about it.
Now, I don't want to get ahead of ourselves, but do you have this game ranked?
This Chiefs win?
Is it coming up? Like,
I didn't put one together, but I was thinking about where it ranks in Patriots playoff lore. I would put it up there.
For comebacks, because it was.
I didn't have it ranked in comebacks. It's
not necessarily a comeback, but they did come back to take the lead 3 different times in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
So I kind of view it as a comeback, even though they were winning the whole game.
Yeah, they were. They blew the lead and then won it.
Yeah.
So I don't know. What do you want to? You rank it as? You have rankings? I want to rank it as a playoff game. I don't want to rank it necessarily as a comeback.
So I have it. One of my biggest wins for the Patriots of all time in the playoffs was the 2014 Baltimore win at home.
Yeah, big game.
And this game reminded me a lot of that game.
Did.
Where it was like they were
Except
fighting.
It was the opposite, where the Patriots were out in front and had to hold on.
Yeah, and it was, the Ravens on the road.
Yeah.
Except the Pats came back to win at the end instead of
the Chiefs winning.
Unlike the Chiefs being idiots.
Yeah.
But yeah, I put that one. I'm trying to think of other comebacks that were like really. I mean, the Super Bowls. After that, it's just the two Super Bowls.
I mean, there's a couple like the AFC Championship game. I don't know if anything had this kind of intensity and this back and forth. Like maybe I could. I still put Super Bowl 36 up there. The first one against the Rams, probably number 1.
Yeah.
Then I still think that the 2014 Super Bowl against the Seahawks was probably one of the best Super Bowls of all time. That was 2 like healthy heavyweight teams. Literally the two of the best teams probably the last 30 years going head to head.
Yeah, those teams are real.
Those teams would have beat like those Patriots and those Seahawks, or even the Seahawks the year before, would have beaten 99% of the Super Bowl winners for like the last 30, or probably 99% of the Super Bowl winners of all time. Those two teams were so good.
The defenses were real good, and those offenses were stacked.
I mean, the Patriots' defense was stacked. The Patriots' offense was stacked. The Seahawks was stacked everywhere. The defense was ridiculous. The offense was good.
The offensive line, all those guys left, and they all got paid big money. Yeah, that team was real good.
Yeah. So, I mean, I picked those 2 games there. I think the 2004 AFC Championship game on the road against the Steelers was a great one. That one, like Deion Branch caught a touchdown right off the bat. The Patriots were actually favored in that game, but they lost earlier in the season, so it was like a big revenge game. I love that game, and then of course the original the 2001 Steelers game where they won on the road, and then the Tuck Rule game, which I call the Snowball. We call it Snowball here in Massachusetts. We don't call it the Tuck Rule game.
Yeah.
So those are like my 5 games that are the best. But of course, I mean, you can't go wrong with any of the Patriots' victories in Super Bowls have been awesome. Even their losses. I mean, the fucking loss to the Eagles last year was an unreal game.
They've never had a bad
hindsight.
Super Bowl game. Yeah, if you're the rest of
oh, God bless.
If you're the rest of the country, you have to love that game probably the most because you get to watch Brady throw for 600 yards and
watch his excellence
win.
and then lose to a backup quarterback.
Yeah. The only problem was that there was never really a defensive play. There was one defensive play the whole game.
Yeah, it was
That
interception
was like a shitty game,
and
kinda.
a fumble recovery.
It was like no one could really stop anyone. It wasn't like a good football game.
It fucking really chaps my ass that they had 600 yards in that. They are the only team in history to have 600 yards in a game and lose, and it was in a Super Bowl. Like, I mean,
that is nuts.
Matt Patricia, I'm just mad at him still about that. And now Brian Flores is leaving. Like, what the fuck is going on here?
And Flores puts defenses together
Yeah.
that are legit.
Yeah.
Like these systems, Patricia was just kind of like, all right, he was almost more like a base guy. We're just gonna run this and not risk anything.
Keep everything in front of you.
He was very
let the ball
yeah.
fucking maybe pop up. We'll get a fucking INT.
These guys come downhill.
Yeah, the Patriots fucking play. They blitz you. They fucking come to get it.
Yeah, they come at you. They come right at your face. They
Yeah.
smash you. Like they don't mess around.
He's a good defensive coordinator, and it's annoying me he's leaving without even being the defensive coordinator, really.
Yeah, he really was the best one we've had. He was looking back on it. I used to defend Patricia a lot because you seemed like the defense was almost there, but he really wasn't that great. Bad play calling.
2014 was a good team, but they were stacked. So it was like, I mean, we're talking Jamie Collins, Chandler Jones, Dante Hightower, Vince Wilfork, fucking Ninkovich. Was there Darrell Reeves, Browner, Gil, Chung.
Backups DNs too. They had more DNs than that.
Ridiculous. It was stacked. Fucking Chris Long. Oh, no,
Yeah.
that's
No, that was the
16.
next
That was the next one.
They had they were loaded. I don't know. I just don't. I mean, Browner, Arrington. They
They had a stacked team. Malcolm Butler.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's fucking. It just sucks that they're gonna lose him. But
Was
why
Mayo
can't I
on
just
that
have
team?
everything? Why can't I just have everything? Like I have a team that I love and that wins, and they're going to a Super Bowl for the 9th time, and fucking since I've been in high school, basically since I was a junior in high school, going to the Super Bowl for the 9th time. You know, hopefully win their 6th. But every single year, we got like a decent coach, and everyone just wants to take him all the time.
Yeah.
They just want to inject Patriot fuel into their fucking team. And I can't believe Flores is going in the division for his first fucking job. Drives me nuts.
I don't think that's going to be a problem. I think they'll beat. I mean, I'm not really.
I don't think
worried about
Flores is going to outcoach Belichick. Honestly, the only thing I'm worried about is that he's going to poach our coaches and players, like Trey Flowers especially. That's what I'm thinking.
it. Trey Flowers would be a dagger if you went with him.
That's the only thing. That's what happens though. Josh McDaniels
Yeah.
took like 10 players with him and fucking 5 coaches.
Yeah, because he honestly they probably have money and they'll probably overpay
Yeah.
Flowers, but that would be a bad move to overpay someone. Well, he's the right guy to overpay, so yeah, that would be a
They can't pay him. I mean, he's not going to get $16 million because he doesn't get 18 sacks a year. He gets 6 sacks a year, but he dominates on the edge.
He is a machine out
Yeah.
there. He's just a robot. Like
Yeah.
he's just.
But he's
ridiculous.
have you listened to his fucking press conferences or anything? He's 100% Bill Belichick's fucking son.
Yeah.
Like that's his disciple.
He really
doesn't.
does
He
have-
just sits there and goes, "I'm gonna do my job. And we're gonna win a football game. I just gotta do what we have to do to win." Doesn't fucking talk shit. Doesn't do anything. Just thinks about winning football games, technique, fundamentals. That's all he cares about.
McCourty was like that too. Like I think they might pay him.
They have.
They
I
do
think
pay these guys. who are,
100%.
like-
They're gonna pay Trey Flowers. They have to.
They have to keep him.
He's the most quintessential New England Patriot I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Like Gerard Mayo was like that. Teddy Bruschi was like that. But those guys even
Hightowers like that.
yeah, but they even have more personality.
Yeah.
Fucking
for sure.
Trey Flowers has no personality. His personality is I play football, defensive end for the New England Patriots, and I got to go into the weight room.
Yeah.
That's what his thing is. There's nothing else.
He
I don't think he
feels-
doesn't like if I feel like he sits at home on like a black leather chair and just stares at a wall,
says
and
it.
then wakes up the next morning and then goes to practice.
Has an empty apartment.
Yeah,
He
nothing,
feels like
just
he
waits.
was married at 19.
Was he married? I don't know.
I don't know, but he feels like one of those guys. Like I got married in college at 19. You know, had a kid when he was in college. Like he feels like all he
grown
does
up.
is family, church, and football.
I don't even think he goes to church. He just stares at a wall.
You
That's all.
don't think he-
Trey Flowers, I'm telling you right now, is in his house staring at a wall, and then he studies film. He's probably, you know what? Right now he's studying film. In the off season, he stares at a wall.
I would be shocked if he has a single picture hung on any of his walls.
Nothing.
It's
But
all empty. It's all blank.
Yeah, nothing.
Yeah.
He probably lives in like a $1,600 a month apartment in Foxborough. Doesn't
Yeah.
care. Right next to like a Wendy's. Like if he has to eat, he goes to Wendy's, and then he comes back home, watches film.
Yeah.
That's it. If he has a girlfriend, he makes her sleep in the other room on a cot.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, he's all he thinks about is playing defensive end for the Patriots and doing his job. That's all he cares about.
It is
and
crazy.
Belichick's going to reward that with a huge deal, and he's going to do the exact same thing. He's not going to buy a mansion. He's not going to all of a sudden get emotional and have all these fucking, jewelry and fucking big giant charms on his chain.
He's going to upgrade his Camry to a hybrid.
Yeah,
a hybrid Camry.
Yeah, he's going to save gas. That's all.
That's it.
Smart decision.
Yeah, save some money on the way to work.
Yeah.
Really.
New boots. Stuff that gets him to work easier. That's all he cares about. You know what? It snows a lot here. Maybe I'm gonna get a pickup truck.
Yeah.
Or he's gonna get. He wouldn't even get a pickup truck. He'd get like an SUV and he'd put chains on the tires.
Yeah.
That'd be old school Trey Flowers move.
A Ford Edge, something small, something practical.
Practical, exactly. Speaking of the defensive line, this must have been Malcolm Brown's best game as a Patriot. Did you watch any Malcolm Brown?
Honestly, I didn't even notice him.
Okay, well,
that's weird.
We have differentiating opinions.
I was thinking about the D-line. I didn't even notice Danny Shelton.
He was not on the field because he was inactive this game,
All
which
right,
is why Malcolm Brown had such a big game. He was the only true defensive tackle. Him and Lawrence Guy, didn't do much, but Malcolm Brown was in the center. Fucking right after the interception, he made the play of his life, stuffed them on 3rd and 1. Got the momentum back. Patriots got the ball, scored again.
Roberts was in on all those plays.
I'll tell you what. If you weren't allowed to run outside the tackles, Landon Roberts would be the best player in the NFL history.
He would have been Vince Lombardi's nightmare.
Yeah.
Stopping the power sweep, it would have been he would have been perfect for it.
Yeah. He is a fucking monster. You can't if you run up the A gap, Landon Roberts is going to hit you like a ton of bricks 3 yards in the backfield.
Jesus.
But if you fucking run a counter, he might as well not even be on the field.
And he'll be on the team forever just making that play against Atlanta.
Yeah.
When he chased down Freeman 50 yards downfield on the opposite side of the field, he'll never get cut. You make a winning play for Belichick, that's it. You're here for a fucking life.
Good goddamn player. Everyone loves to hate on him because he can't cover, but that's not his game. His game is I'm the fucking 2-down linebacker and I'm going to punish you for running the ball.
Who can cover anymore, anyways? No one covers James White. Are you?
Yeah, it could
none
be
of these
anybody.
guys can.
Miles Jack and that other guy from Jacksonville. Those guys can
50
cover.
50 and 44. Yeah, they're good. They're fast and everything, but still, James White is uncoverable. So it doesn't matter. Why don't you have a guy who can stop a run?
Tell you who doesn't have anybody: the Rams. Nobody's covering James White out of the backfield.
No.
So. I mean, the much maligned Malcolm Brown on the Malcolm Go podcast. I've already cut him off next year's team. I know he's not going to make the team, but that was his best game. No Danny Shelton. It was all left for Brown. He controlled the middle of the field. Kansas City could not run all day. My stars of the game, the offensive line, like we talked about.
That was impressive.
Chiefs had the most sacks in the NFL. Fucking Brady didn't even have a grass stain on his fucking jersey. No penalties on the road.
Yeah.
Not even a false start, nothing.
And they ran the ball 4 million times.
Yeah, at least almost 40 probably.
Yeah.
Dominant. Next guy I have here, player of note, Kyle Van Noy. We talked about him. 2 sacks, 1 million pressures. He's making a serious case to be the next generation's undervalued player from a different team to come in and be invaluable. The next in a long line of Vrabels and Ninkoviches.
The other thing about him is he's always on the field.
Yeah.
He never comes off the field. He's never hurt.
No.
He never misses games. He's just always
He's just
out
a
there.
hybrid linebacker, plays in the middle, plays on the outside, plays on the edge. Belichick moves him around like crazy.
Yeah.
And he's making plays at every spot. And he's cheap as shit. They signed him to a 3-year deal for $1 million a year.
Well, because if you watch him the last 2 years, he hasn't made really more than 3 tackles that weren't 7 yards downfield.
Yeah.
He's very good at. He used to be. He's actually a good run stopper now, but he used to be the classic get the tackle after an 8-yard run guy.
Yeah.
That was his MO. Now he's a problem.
Yeah. You have to game plan for old Kyle Van Noy. He's stunting up the middle like a fucking monster. He's running those delayed blitzes like Hightower used to run and killing it.
That was Hightower's best move of all time. It was all of a sudden out of nowhere, you just see him galloping.
Yeah.
And that's how he runs, too. It's all fours and just fucking takes you out.
It was Jamie Collins, and then they did it with Hightower. And I don't know if Hightower slowed up, but now they're doing it with Van Noy.
Van Noy's nice at it.
Yeah.
Hightower's just he's like a legit DN, too.
Yeah.
He really is that strong where he can just do it all.
He's a beast. I mean, the role play. It was good to see the role players have a good game. Edelman and Gronk dominate like they usually do, but now Dorsett made the big catch. Hogan was a stud in this game.
Hogan is turning into that Amendola type player.
Yeah.
Where it's like, all right, 3rd and long.
That's
like,
what we need.
Hogan's going to be there even though he hasn't really done anything all year.
I know.
Amendola was classic for that. Don't do anything all year and then make a bunch of catches in the playoffs and you're a hero.
Which is weird. It was so backwards for him this year because he was like, he had good seasons the last 2 years he's been here. He's had good years. You know, like 50, 60 catches, 600, 700 yards, bunch of touchdowns.
Yeah.
He dominated in the Super Bowl last year. Fucking had great playoffs. I don't know what happened this year where he just kind of fell off. Like he was like non-existent all season. Now he's making little out routes, first down.
That's the other thing, too.
Clutch catches.
Never see the Patriots do. Like, they don't. It's 3rd and 10 late in the game. They never run an 8-yard route.
Never.
Which you see other teams do that all the time. You're like,
Yeah.
how dumb can you be? That's something that they never even considered running ever. Like, it doesn't. It's never a problem they have.
Yeah, you throw it to the sticks always.
Yes, and it's just so simple, but other teams forget or something. I don't even know what it is, but
It's football knowledge, my friend. Devlin, how about Devlin in this game? Had the big first down reception. He's becoming a weapon on the field.
he is a beast.
He can catch the ball and he fucking buries people in the run game.
I'm surprised he didn't get more carries.
I know. He should have got that 4th and 1 carry.
He should have got a couple, a few of them. Like
He's just a little slow.
He is slow, and I guess you can get him up the middle, but he's just so big that like he's gonna fall forward. No one's gonna stop him.
He's supposed to be like the strongest guy on the team. He just benches like 1,000 pounds, squats 1,000 pounds.
He's huge.
He was a defensive end in the Arena League. Now he's just a fullback for the Patriots.
Wow.
What else? I mean, overall, kind of wrap up here, I guess. What a goddamn win. I cannot wait for the next week and a half. I feel really, really good going into this game. I really wish we were underdogs. It's a little annoying to me that we're favored now by 2.5 points.
Yeah.
I wanted to be underdogs in this game and go in and fucking
It does
pound somebody.
Like if this wasn't after this game, this was 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
I think the Rams would be the favorite. But I think everyone's just saying like, what are you gonna do against Brady? Like,
It's
just
become
like Tom Brady.
Well, they
gets
saw what he
4
did to the
points.
Chiefs, and they see like the momentum that the Patriots are building now, and everyone's just like, "Oh fuck!" Like this is like
It's
like,
coming.
It's more. It's more like let's bet it because like it's almost inevitable.
It's gonna happen. Winter's coming. It just comes.
It really
You can't
is.
Stop it.
The fucking Night King, Tom
Yeah.
Brady. I don't know. That doesn't really matter. In that locker room, they still all believe they've been doubted all year, which they have. And it's a powerful thing in sports and a powerful thing in locker rooms. The Patriots did it for fucking a decade in the early 2000s. Being doubted, being left for dead. Nobody likes us. We suck. Nobody thinks we're any good. We can't win. You know, now it's Brady's too old. Wide receivers are too slow. Defense sucks. It's all that shit. It's all because fucking Felger and Maz and local writers and everybody had them written off after losses to Miami and Pittsburgh or losses to Detroit.
Now, the other thing about them, they had them written off, but they were so happy to write them off too. It was like how excited they were. To
The death of the dynasty, finally.
Oh yeah, here we go. We can talk about something else. We don't talk about the Patriots winning the Super Bowl again.
Every
It's
single
like,
game.
shut
And they're going to
up.
say it again in a week. I mean, the same people predicted they were going to get killed by the Chargers. They're the most complete team left. They couldn't win. Patriots couldn't win on the road. They're not that good. The Chiefs are a way better team. They're going to win. They're not going to win at Arrowhead. It's going to be the same thing. The Patriots had one good game. They're not going to be able to beat the LA Rams. You know, the Rams are a great team, great offense, great defense, great innovative head coach.
Yeah, it really is going to see. How are they going to stop? They haven't seen a running back like this all year. Blah blah blah.
It's all going to turn
up.
over. I mean, fucking everybody locally has been burying them for like because of like the mistakes they made, not counting that they just dominated the game.
Van Noy is a guy who took so much heat.
He does. He takes a shitload of heat.
He still does, and it's like he had a great. It's gotta feel
A
good.
lot of them. I mean,
How do you not get fired? I guess they just look for ratings, but
yeah, it's
at
all
some
it
point,
is.
like,
Same
you're
thing
an
Kellerman
idiot.
does. It's just people. They just talk to be heard. They don't talk to have actual points behind anything. Like, do you think Max Kellerman actually thinks Tom Brady's not good? Like, does anybody actually
This is
think
why
that?
I think
They just want to be the hot take guy that has a fucking that gets noticed and is on TV.
So I want my "I told you so" app.
Yeah.
So you can say "I told you so," and then you can bet it with your friends, and like set a date for 3 years from now, and then when it shows up, whoever's right, you have to give the other person money.
Yeah, that's a good app.
Because you always have those arguments. You never.
I love that Twitter follow, Freezing Cold Takes. It's always a good one. He's just like anytime somebody makes a prediction, like no way the Patriots could beat the Chiefs or the Chargers. They suck. Fucking, they can't win. They can't win at home. They're not gonna win. He'll just post everything. Like he saves everything and just reposts things.
That is fucking.
It's a good fucking account. I don't know how he remembers and catalogs all these tweets
People
and
must
things.
tweet them constantly.
Yeah, they tweet him a lot,
and then
to
he gets to
him.
retweet it. Yeah,
And he retweets them. But like he's got like a bunch that he just saves and tweets at every day. He tweets like 10 things, and they're always hilarious.
That's a good time.
So anyway, I'm excited to be. I mean, this team is back in the Super Bowl against a team that launched the dynasty. Not that it's like a rivalry or like the Rams should have anything to like play for against that team, because it's been I read something that Tom Brady is still playing in this game. Every single player in that first Super Bowl has been retired for at least 5 years.
That's crazy.
Yeah, Tom Brady's still playing.
The other thing about that is like when the Pats won that, nobody gave a shit the Pats won. The Rams are like, all right, we won last year or 2 years ago. Like, all right,
well,
good
everyone
for the
was
Pats.
pumped that the Patriots won because they were the underdogs.
Yeah.
They were like not supposed to be there.
Yeah. And they've never won.
They never won anything.
So it's like, fine, let the New England
young gun quarterback, right? The
Now
Rams
they're
will
like,
be back next year.
What the fuck?
Yeah, now they can't get rid of us. So this is gonna be. I'm excited about this. This is exactly what I wanted. I didn't think you could go wrong. I thought, you play the Saints. That's great. You finally get like a great like Breeze versus Brady in the Super Bowl. That'd be awesome. Yeah. But I thought it would suck because they were going to play in Atlanta. It was going to be all fucking Saints fans. So now I was like on the other side. I was like, they're going to play the Rams. Fucking the Rams have 3 fans. None of them are fucking coming cross country to see the fucking LA Rams in the Super Bowl. It's going to be, I'll tell you right now, it's going to be 90% Patriots fans and then a bunch of LA celebrity dickheads that like just learned that the Rams were in LA again.
Yeah, there's going to be so many celebrities at this game, more than normal. It's gonna
but they're all Rams fans now.
Yeah, get your Rams hat on.
Yeah, exactly. Everybody's a huge Rams fan. But like they're not traveling. Like the normal fan, fucking LA, first of all, wasn't a Rams city.
No, never.
It was a fucking Raiders city, and everyone knows it. No fucking Rams fans. I mean, maybe you'll get fans from St. Louis that go over there. I don't know. But it's going to be fucking 90% Patriots fans there, and which is hard because how do you spend fucking $20,000 every single year? Because the Patriots have been to 4 of the last 5 Super Bowls.
Yeah, this would be a fun one to fucking.
I've denied Super Bowl tickets because I don't have any money anymore. I've gone to 2, and I was like, I've spent it all. I have nothing left.
Yeah, wow. Maybe I should fucking buy a ticket.
You should. I went to Indianapolis, and I went to Phoenix to watch the Malcolm Butler one, which was incredible.
In Phoenix, but I didn't get a ticket to the game.
Oh, that seems like a mistake.
I lived in San Diego. It was like an hour drive.
Yeah.
I didn't even see Dom or you guys when I was out there either.
Yeah.
I
didn't know you were there.
I stayed in a hotel next to the airport that prostitutes were getting fucked in the room next to us.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was like
getting on that action.
It was like don't go under the covers because you might catch a needle type.
Or you got like a Days Inn situation.
It was the shittiest hotel I've ever been in. It was
but it had like a Western theme because it was in Phoenix.
We just thought it'd be cool to go to Phoenix. Phoenix is a cool city.
Yeah, I didn't like Phoenix so much as Scottsdale.
That's where we went. Yeah. Well, I consider it all one, but yeah,
it is
where the colleges were. We went to
an outrageous like. Okay, I'm in Phoenix and I have to go to Scottsdale, which is a town that touches it, but it takes 75 hours to get to.
Yeah, it is a weird.
It makes you miss the Northeast. You'd be like, okay, I got to go to Lynn. Okay, 30 seconds later, you're in Lynn. But I'm in Glendale. I got to go to fucking Chandler, Arizona, next town over. 75 hours later. Whatever.
Fucking dumb Arizona.
But we digress. Also, one thing I want to note that everyone should be aware of that I thought was atrocious again, and why I think LA doesn't deserve a football team or sports in general. But the Patriots, I'll say the Rams and the Saints had 2.1 million viewers in LA. Whatever, or I think it was 2.1 million viewers, something like that. And the Patriots and Chiefs outdrew them in Los Angeles. The Patriots and Chiefs had higher viewership than the Rams did in LA.
No one gives a fuck about the Rams. No one cares. Well, there's probably more, for sure, more Patriots fans than there are Rams fans in LA.
Yeah, it's going to be great. And I can't wait till fucking the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills will be out there with all their fucking diamonds. Like they give a shit about the game.
Yeah.
And then the fucking Maria Menounos and Dane Cook and everybody who that fucking represents Patriots fans can be there, and a bunch of drunk guys from Chelsea and Everett pissing on people. And it's going to be excellent, and I can't wait.
I might have to go down.
You should go down. I'd love it. Don't miss the podcast, though.
I'll be back.
You'd be fired. All right, until then,
It's my only gig left.
congratulations on the AFC Championship. As always, follow us at Brady Disciple, at Malcolm GoPod on Twitter. Get back to us. Get some comments, some questions in for next week. We're going to do some chatter. Maybe we'll have a guest next week for the big Super Bowl preview show. And it's Go Pats. And get at us at malcolmgopodcast@gmail.com. Leave us some questions, comments, all the good stuff. And we love you. Go Pats.
Go Pats.
You got anything to plug?
No.
All right. Things are going well. Love it.
My life's over.
Do your job. All right, don't try to make too much out of it. Just do your job. 7, 8 months ago, right? All for this moment. It's about honor. It's about respect. We win this game, you're honored. Your kids are honored. Your families are honored. We're on 3.
Stack receivers, two to the right. Russell Wilson extends the hands he has. Wilson, quick throw. And it's intercepted. Intercepted by Malcolm Butler. Butler has it at the 1. Malcolm Butler stepping.
Warner goes back to throw, and here's the blitz by Mike Vrabel. The pass is intercepted. They got it. On Tyrone, 30, 25, 20, 15, touchdown. Tyrone picks it up and takes it to the house. For Adam Vinatieri, 48-yard field goal attempt. Set to go. Snap, ball down. Kick up. Kick is on the way, and it is good. It's good. It's good. Adam Vinatieri booms a 48-yard field goal, and the game is over. And the Patriots are Super Bowl champions. The Patriots are Super Bowl champions. The best team in the
Hey! Did it.
Love you, man.
Did it, bro. I love you. I love you. You worked your ass off.
You're the greatest quarterback in the world, man.
Hey, I love you, man.